I always end my morning routine with a cup of coffee. But let's rewind and see how it starts from the beginning. Let's go. Time for breakfast. Morning.
Morning, doctor.
Okay, now waiting for my breakfast. They'll bring it to me. Thanks. Time to change the outfit. In the commercial vessels, we don't wear the uniform every day, but for the video, I will wear it today. I come to my office first thing in the morning to check if there is any urgent emails that I receive them during the night, and I will check the weather forecast and I will prepare for the morning meeting. Okay, I finished now. Time to go to the bridge. I come to the bridge every day before the meeting just to check three things. First thing is the ETA, estimated time of arrival. Why I need to check the ETA? Because during the meeting I need to discuss with the chief engineer regarding either increasing the speed or decreasing speed, especially during the bad weather. I need to make sure my ETA is always ahead of the time of arrival, 12 hours ahead, 24 hours ahead, just to have like safe margin for the ETA. So our ETA now is good, almost 24 hours before our arrival time. I will check the RPM, which is the revolution per minute for the engine room. Okay, 63, same as we set it before. I need to double check the weather forecast. I need to make sure that our weather forecast ahead, 3 days ahead, 4 days ahead, it will not affect our ETA and it will not reduce the speed, and we may not reach our next port on time. So I have this software to check the weather. Even though now it looks like all red, but it's favorable. It's pushing the vessel. It's adding speed to the vessel, so it helps us to reach our next port on time. It will not affect our ETA, but it will affect our journey, and the weather will be a little bit rough and bad weather ahead of us. So we need to make sure that to avoid the bad weather and arrive on time to the next port. We can check the weather here as well. These are some information from the satellite equipment. It's just double check always the weather forecast using different sources of information. Okay, basically these are the initial checks morning time before my meeting with the senior officers later on. Next stop is the cargo control room. Every morning I come here before our meeting just to have an idea about the cargo temperature and the cargo pressure. Here we are transporting your home gas in liquid form at minus 160 degrees Celsius. So if I are going to the discharge port, I need to make sure that the cargo it's meeting the next port requirements. If we are going to the load port, and then I need to make sure that our cargo tanks are ready to load and are cooled down, because your home gas, whenever it's in liquid form, it's at minus 160 degrees Celsius, and the tanks need to be prepared for loading. So I check usually the pressure, temperature, and the levels. Now it's time for the morning meeting. I'm ahead of the time, so I will wait just for the senior officers. I will have meeting in about 10 minutes with the chief engineer, second engineer, electric officer, chief officer, and the cargo engineer, and we'll discuss everything what will happen during this day. I update the senior officers about the ship operation, any changes in the discharge port or ETA. I listen to the jobs planned for the day by each department, and I check and sign any work permit or risk assessment completed to proceed with any related job. Okay, meeting completed. Now I need to go to my office. This is the time for the coffee that you've seen at the beginning of the video. First coffee of the morning, and let's start the day.